So, welcome to our monthly meetup. We obviously had a break in August, so it's nice to be back. And yeah, we're going to start with a practice for the day. So, we're going to do the three-step breathing space, but we're going to spend 15 minutes doing it instead of three. So, we're going to get an extended time to really look at the three steps in the breathing space. So we're going to start with a very dignified, upright posture. So just spending the first few moments, just making sure that the body is as upright and dignified as it can be at the moment. So if you're able, really straightening your spine. And this is important whether we're sitting, standing, lying down, to try and get the spine aligned. And this is especially helpful if we've been leaning over a computer, for example, or looking at our phones a lot. We end up with the neck and shoulders out of position. So straightening up the body, adopting this posture, it reminds us that we have dignity, but it also creates space in the body, creates space for the lungs to open up, it creates space for all the internal organs to shift and to move to closer to where they're meant to be. So it just creates spaciousness within the body. So that first part of the first step, you can just notice how that feels, if there's a shift in feeling, how the body feels. And when we've practiced it a lot, we might be able to sense a shift in how we're relating to the space around us as well. Remember, there's no striving here. There's no right or wrong way to approach the breathing space, and that it will be different every time. So adopting that attitude of curiosity, beginner's mind. What's it going to be like this time? What will we notice? What will we sense? So beginning with the sense of sight. If your eyes are open, just taking in what you can see around you. Maybe there's something you can notice that you've never noticed before. I'm looking at an object that I look at every day and have done for years, and I've just noticed something on that object that I haven't noticed before, just a tiny mark, a tiny change in coloration. And then when you're ready, allowing the eyes to close if you haven't already. Noticing the level of light filtering in through the eyelids. Again, this is important. Our brains take in so much information from the light that filters through our eyelids. It tells our brains what time of day it is. And that helps our circadian rhythm. So our bodies know what processes they need to be starting or finishing at any time of the day or night. And then for the last minute of this first step, just noticing what other information is coming in through your senses. So, what can you hear? What can you touch? Is there anything you can smell or even taste? So using your body to Help you remember where you are right now and what's happening right now in this moment. So we're gradually letting go of what's been and what might be. This is what is right now. And allowing this to take us gently into the next step of the breathing space. So having a sense of where we are and what's happening right now. Starting to get a sense of how we're feeling. We don't need to delve into that in too much detail right now. So let's just come into contact with the breath. Just remembering that the breath is an anchor that we can use. So just as the five senses can help us anchor to the present moment, the breath helps us anchor to how we are right now, as well as where we are. So how we're breathing is a really good indicator of thoughts and emotions. If we're breathing very rapidly and we haven't just been running somewhere, then we could take that as a sign of stress or anxiety, maybe just being too busy. If we're breathing high up in the body, that can suggest a sense of tightness. Maybe the nose is blocked and we haven't realized. So seeing if it's possible to just breathe in and out through the nose. And you can use any breathing method you want to here. But just notice how it feels to breathe in and out. So you may want to count as you breathe. You may want to visualize light or energy flowing into the body. Just suggesting that whatever method you use, that you imbue the in-breath with a sense of kindness for your body. And if you can, start to narrow that beam of concentration to just one point. Where can you keep your focus just for a couple of minutes on the breath? So it could be anywhere between the tip of your nose and right down in your abdomen. Find somewhere where you can rest your awareness on the breath and just focus on how it feels to breathe. And any other information coming in through your senses, so any sounds or sensations, just let them be there and allow them to just move to the background of your awareness or the edges of your awareness. And you just keep as much focus as you can on the breath. Remembering there's no need to force the breath. You're just observing it. Now we're going to gently transition to the third step. So beginning by just opening up your awareness of the whole cycle of the breath now. So from that one point of awareness, imagine that beam of the torch gradually widening so that you're becoming aware of the whole of the length of the breath, from where the air enters your nose, how it flows all the way down through your throat, into your chest, into your abdomen, feeling your belly moving, and then all the way back up and out of your body again. And as you breathe out, just thinking about the breath leaving your nose, maybe feeling the breath on your upper lip, and allowing a gentle smile to rest there if you can. And feeling that smile, the effect of that smile as it just radiates into the small muscles around your mouth and then into the whole of your face. So not forcing it, just letting a gentle, small smile just rest on your lips. And as you become more and more aware of the entire length of the in-breath and the out-breath, allowing your awareness to flow into the whole of your body now. So visualizing this breath as it moves into all the cells of your body. It doesn't just stop at the base of the lungs and flow back out again. It's collected by the bloodstream. It flows into every cell of your being. There's an exchange of gases, and the other gases that we don't need flow back out of the body. There's even some of this exchange going on through the skin, so your whole body really is sitting here breathing. So being aware of the length of your body, your feet to the top of your head, the width of your body from side to side, the depth of your body from front to back. Really feeling your whole body sitting here breathing. Starting to just open up to the whole experience of being a living, breathing human being. Just being with whatever's here right now. That could be sounds, it could be sensations, it could be thoughts or feelings. Letting it all rest with the breath, gently flowing in and out of the body. This is the true mindfulness practice. Allowing what's here to be here without judgment, without striving. And then as we come to the last few moments of the practice, this is where we can make choices. We've given the mind chance to align itself with the body, so we've got more of a sense now of how and what we're feeling. This is where we can make choices about how to proceed. So by checking through how and what we're feeling without judgment, we're now able to make a clear choice about how to proceed based on what's really here in this moment, not what we wish was here or what we assumed would be here, what's actually here. What are we actually sensing and feeling? So choosing how to proceed with that information, that could be that we're ready to bring the practice to a close and move into the next activity as previously planned. Or we may want to make different choices about how we approach the rest of the day. We may realise that we have more or less energy than we thought we had. That there's a thought or a feeling that we perhaps need to attend to. Maybe we need to just bring a little more self-care into our plans for the day. So let's just finish by forming an intention to use whatever information we've gleaned from this practice for the benefit of ourselves and anyone else that we come into contact with today. And that over the course of the day, we'll just pause every now and then and just come back to these 3 steps. Where am I? Connecting with the breath, and then opening up to how am I and how do I want to proceed. Bringing this practice to a close with some movement, maybe wiggling the toes, the fingers, maybe allowing that smile to come back to the face if it's disappeared, stretching and flexing the neck and the shoulders. And when you're ready, taking a big stretch and yawn. Oh, breathing in, sighing out, opening your eyes, and just taking in your surroundings once again.